How do hospitals keep a track of themselves? How do hospitals keep a track of their process? How do they know that they are performing well and the areas where they need to find the bridge for the lacunae? It is through the key performance indicators. Key performance indicators can vary from department to department based on the process and the people working in the department. So for example, the patient's waiting time for the outpatients, the OPD. The key performance indicator over there are the number of patients visiting the OP and the timings given for the OP, the number of staff attending the OP. For example, the receptionist, how many counters are there for the particular OP for the registration, patient's registration, and how many doctors are there during the OP time. And all these aspects can actually affect the patient's waiting time. So these are all the different parameters using which you can identify the patient's waiting time. These different parameters are nothing but the key performance indicators. So these key performance indicators can be varying from process to process and from departments to departments. So why hospitals are very crucial about these performance indicators, because that they can identify a different process and they can do data analysis on these processes, and they can know where they stand, and they can bridge these aspects by setting up new policies, and they can change the process itself as a whole. So this can help hospitals in various aspects. How long a patient has been staying in an ICU bed, and how many beds are there in a hospital. Why should a hospital know the number of beds? And why should they know the average length of stay of a patient, especially in a ward or in an ICU? Because this can affect the reputation of the hospital. This can help and enhance other patients filling the bed, and this can reduce the cost also, cost cutting. Instead of bringing a new bed for a new patient, the relieved patient, once they get discharged, you can bring in new patients. And having prolonged stay of patients can also affect your reputation, and it can also make your patients think that you are making them stay for a longer time. For some aspect, you want to grab some money, so you want to charge more on them. This is the perspective naturally that comes to the patients. Though you have kept the patient for a particular process, you need to do certain tests on them before concluding it. It always happens that it always comes to a perspective that you have made them stay for so many number of days in order to charge more money from them. This is the ideal concept. So you need to understand the average length of stay yourself. Then only you can understand and bridge the gap, and you can identify the process better. Identifying these key performance indicators, these KPIs for different departments are very essential for you to set right the process. So KPIs can also be used in your CRS, it can be used in your stores, it can be used in any department irrespective of its process. In a CRS, you will be interested to know the number of gloves that has been stocked, and what are the fast moving products, and how many particular stock has been stored, and all these aspects. Anything that is related to number over there in that CRS is the KPI for that particular department. So again, this is how hospitals can actually understand what is happening to their process, where they literally stand, and how they can literally set right the process. So KPI can help you do all these measures. And taking an example of ICU, if you are having the patient stay for more than a particular period of time compared to other hospitals, or keeping yourself as the benchmark, what happens is that there can be also increased number of AMAs. So what is AMA? We'll discuss more about AMA in my upcoming videos. Thank you.